Hi, folks. Eddie Rose here. Hey, I just wanted to say hi and talk to you a few minutes about a couple things. I'm once again in my backyard uh, in Southwest Florida. As you can see, the water and the trees and the amazing sky. It's absolutely beautiful today. It's about 80 degrees in February, which is pretty amazing. I just wanted to talk to you about something that these things are brought up to me, and I have discussions that I think I should include you guys into the discussion also. And today I'm going to simply talk about something called honesty, uh, and most importantly, being honest with yourself. It's very difficult, and I don't think it's authentic if you are seeking to be honest with other people when you're not even honest with yourself. It seems to be something that everybody has trouble with. Uh, Being honest with yourself. We have a tendency to want to just sweep things under the rug and to ignore things and, fake it till we make it and, pretend that we're something that we're not, hoping that everyone will believe us. Um, but being honest with yourself is extremely important in your development and growth as a person, particularly when you're pursuing a spiritual path. So, honesty is so important with yourself. We have a tendency to think that we can get away with not being honest with ourselves. And I'm here to tell you today that that's not true. Life will sooner or later get caught up to you, catch up to you, and will kind of give you a reality check. Um, my one of my, I guess, my most important, the main uh, lifelong passion of mine has been martial arts. And martial arts has always been the foundation of my spirituality and my spiritual path. I've learned so many lessons throughout the years studying martial arts about how to live life and how to be the person that I believe that I'm here to be. And one thing with martial arts is that if you are, like anything else, that you can get caught up in and believe your own hype and get caught up in, pretending to be something that you're not. And when it comes to combat in martial arts, uh, it has a kind of a automatic reality check. I've been very fortunate to have really, really good instructors that when you get together and train with them, it's reality check time. You find out exactly where you're at, and I love it. It's been fantastic. I was born and raised in the inner city, so I was always seeking to take what I learned in the dojo and apply it to real life because I constantly had to deal with that. Deal with people attacking me or getting into street fights and things of that nature, defending myself. And you find out what works and what doesn't work really quick. And then I also was in law enforcement in the inner city, and I was a detective, and I was on the fugitive squad, and I was constantly arresting people who did not want to be arrested, looking for people who, by the definition of fugitive, is seeking to escape being arrested. So you ran into a lot of people who would resist and not be compliant. And you discover real quickly what techniques and what things work and what don't. And and that's been my lifestyle as far as the martial arts. I'll tell a quick story. I'm a storyteller, so I always get stories to tell, and I've got a ton of them. So this is a story that I went to a club one night, and I was with a young lady, and I escorted her to. I was going to take her home, and we were walking to the car, and these guys were drunk and acting crazy, or assuming they were drunk. They were definitely loud and belligerent. And when we went to walk by, they said a few words and made a couple aggressive gestures toward myself and the young lady that I was with. And being the protector that I am, I was not going to allow anything to happen to the young lady. So I took a defensive position and I had words with the people, the men. And of course, the guy that stepped forward was a guy who was well over 250 pounds, maybe close to 300. He was definitely, I'm 6'3", 6'4", and this guy was at least 6'6", 6'7". He was a big dude, close to 300 pounds. And of course, he's the guy that stepped up to me. So, you know, when we were talking and the guy went to push me, and you know, in my mind, I visualized doing this wonderful, finger lock on him, taking him to the ground and looking like I was a badass. But it didn't work out that way. I grabbed the guy's fingers. All I did, he snatched away, and all I did was piss him off. So suddenly, I had to maneuver and maneuver into a position where, I could deter this whole confrontation and be in control. And I did, and it all turned out well, and nobody got hurt, and we went on our merry way. But the thing, it was a freaking wake-up call for me, because I always thought that finger lock was guaranteed. That if I did a finger lock on somebody, they were going down. And this guy just looked at me and got pissed off. So it was a wake-up call. I went back to the drawing board and said, okay, I may need to look at this technique because this almost got me hurt. This guy was big enough to pick me up and dent me into the concrete. And so I didn't want that happening again. So such is life. We have to constantly do reality checks. And if we don't do our own personal introspection, our own personal reality check, then life will do it for us. And life is not always merciful. And so I'm just sharing this with you and encouraging you, be honest with yourself. Check yourself. Do reality checks. Don't just rattle off how wonderful and spiritual you are and how superior you are to every other human being. Check yourself. Do that introspection. And then when you find out that you're not meeting the standard, work on it. Do what is necessary to increase your vibration, to raise your vibration, and to better your life. Okay, folks, thanks. Talk to you later.